talking about just a little bit ago that is still on the run. You can see cops on the move there, and there's Hank Flynn from Fox 29 Philadelphia. That's what we saw earlier. And this is a shot from the air here. As they, well, the search is over, but they have caught him. We did just learn that from the Pennsylvania State Police on their Twitter. A press conference announcing the details of the capture of Danelo Cavalcante is scheduled for 9:30 a.m. At the Pomar Lynn Fire Company, 36 Firehouse. That's the just some very specific information there, but it looks like we are looking at that right now. That could be him live on our screen. It does appear to be. That is that overhead shot out of Pennsylvania. So this has been going on for 2 weeks. Of course, he is a convicted murderer, actually convicted of murdering, I believe it was his girlfriend, stabbed multiple times, a really brutal murder, but also wanted for homicide out of Brazil. So pretty interesting there. But as we saw in that video, he was able to escape a state prison, actually sort of scaling the wall in a very unique way, and was able to get out that way. Has been on the run, making his way through the woods, actually getting to some people's garages. One garage, in fact, where he was alleged to have found a rifle, a .22 caliber rifle with a scope and a flashlight on that. So that homeowner, though, did take, I believe I read this morning, around 7 shots at him as he was going away, but clearly did not get hit. He continued on the run, and that manhunt continued as police set up that perimeter in the area around Chester County and that neck of the woods in Pennsylvania. And now, as of today, just in a few minutes ago, this was just announced. Actually, at 8:25 a.m. is when this was posted to Twitter, what I had read earlier from the Pennsylvania State Police, that Danelo Cavalcante, the 34-year-old that escaped prison, a convicted murderer, you see him right there. He is now in cuffs and in custody. So clearly been taken alive. Appears to not be injured or anything. He's just kind of standing there. So we'll kind of see where things go from here. But I'm sure this is going to be a great relief to a lot of people in Pennsylvania as he is now in custody. A lot of people fearful. Of course, this is being a very dangerous person. He has killed before. He's been convicted of that. And then when you hear like something like that gets a hold of a gun, well, that's just a completely different situation. So it makes things a lot more dangerous. A lot of people can sleep easy knowing he is off the streets. So you can see, look at the amount of people it actually took. Looks like we're going to have a bit of a photo op at this point, and you can see those are all state police, I believe, for the most part, dressed like military personnel, as a matter of fact, all in camouflage, and I can see a canine cop there. But they're all going to pose with him for a little shot here, I guess, to celebrate the victory of capturing him. And then he will be, I guess, returned to prison. But that is a little live look outside. That has all come to an end. I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's take a quick commercial break. We'll come back to this in just a moment as the police and Danelo Cavalcante do their photo op there as he is now off the streets. Stay with us. We'll be back in just 2 short minutes. It did take a full 2 weeks with him on the run, with homeowners worried if he'd be breaking into their homes. He actually did break into people's homes, stealing some items and changing his appearance. So clearly trying to stay off the police's radar, as he did escape from prison, but it didn't work. Maybe it worked for a while, but the police, they got their man. He is in custody. We'll bring you any new details. And of course, we'll have that press conference here later at 9:30 a.m. this morning, and we'll get into some of that. In the meantime, I do want to switch gears and go to some international news. Actually, I'm going to go to that interview I was playing earlier. We were talking about the impeachment inquiry that was announced by Speaker McCarthy yesterday. Going to make a hard switch.